Pam and Tommy, episode 7, titled A Spoiler of Worlds. Now, this episode I found to be okay. I didn't find it was the best episode of the 7-part. Well, we only got one episode left, but out of the 7 episodes that we got given, out of the 8, I found this to be an okay episode, mainly because it felt a little bit suck and repeat. Like, it's great scenes and it's great moments, and it's understanding why they have it here to explain more context. But in reality, for me personally, it felt like, in a narrative sense, in a story capability and story reasons, it felt that, hey, the scene with Pam and Tommy finding out that Penthouse won the case, and the reason is the court slut shamed Pamela for being on Baywatch and doing Playboy. For me, I'm like, that's the scene that we got in episode 3. We got, people talk about the sex tape. Jay Leto talk about the sex tape. How does it feel? Reporters asking that same question. Even though I do like the comment that she says during the press junket for Barbed Wire, and she gets asked, like, what type of man do you want? And her response is, one that listens. And I'm like, okay, that's neat. Like, Pamela knew how to answer questions, even the most, like, stupid ones that you can imagine. She knew how to swing it across, or, like, it'll get answered, but it won't be fully answered, but, so we can brush it aside and all that. But it just, even the scene with Rand and Tommy, and how Tommy basically says the words like, hey, you have beef with me, why bring my wife to it? What about my wife? You drag my wife to it. Which is literally what, online we've been saying for all this time. But it just felt very psychopath. That's the thing. It felt very psychopath because we have these type of scenes before in the previous episodes. Not bad scenes, except it's just, okay, but just having a rotation of rotations of scenes. Now, with the stuff with Wen, though, it's quite good. I actually quite enjoyed the stuff with Wen, which is surprising, because, it's always been the other way around. Like, I cared less about Wen and more about, Pam and Tommy on the same episode. It's a crime story, and these two are the victims. But knowing that his partner is off in the Netherlands doing coke and, having sex with prostitutes, and I assumed he probably is. Yeah, he is probably having sex with prostitutes. The partners that they set up, aka the mob, or the mafia, or the mob, they're like,
yeah, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens. Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
It's interesting seeing a man thinking he's hot shit, but in reality he's not. Like, he tells his I'll say his wife, because technically the divorce papers never got signed, but that he's like, I stole that tape. Yes, I did. Did you? Yeah, I did. I went there, took the safe, it had the tape, and I released it in the world. And he thought it was gonna be glorious. He thought it would be like, it would take his wife back, and everything would be glorious purpose. Well, a quick cut off. Get the fuck out of my house. You're a thief. You took 2 people to extend, and of course, here's the sponsors. You do porn. What's the difference? The difference is she said yes. The difference is she said yes to, hey, I give permission to have sex on camera, and you use my body to sell your product. I give permission. They didn't. And that's quite interesting, because a few seconds later, like, she's saying the same, like, talking how great the tape is. Like, it's kind of like, you don't like how, but while watching it, you like it in a weird way, and how it's, talking about the camera choices that Pamela uses, and talking about how it's two people in love, and it's, wonderful and all that, and, it's kind of, and then like 5 seconds later, get the fuck out of my house for the actual thing I was saying compliment things about. But yeah, I found this episode to be fine. I did thought it was a fantastic episode. But yeah, we only got one episode left. So a little bit of the preview for next week's episode. Which is weird to have like the webcam guy who's like, I want to buy the White Studio tape. Why? What? Wait, the webcam thing had a little bit of trouble starting off? That's a bit weird. That's very weird. Man, yeah. Everybody has rocky starts. But anyway, we got one more week with Pam and Tommy. And then it's me saying, what the fuck do I talk about now? Moon Knight is till the 31st and Halo's on the Thursday. What do I talk about?